find some sort of harmony and balance.
Ladies and gentlemen, what's up? BC here, another video for you while I have distractions behind the camera from these wise guys. I wanted to come on real quick and go back to a very interesting subject that comes up all the time, even though I've talked about it a gazillion times at this point. It'll be the first time I speak about it on this particular channel. If you remember and you follow me on Facebook and Instagram, I did a quote a while back where I said something along the lines of, if you're not getting, quote, right, quote, if you're not getting complaints and hate, you're not pushing hard enough, end quote. And I want to bring that up today because a lot of times we think about that in particular solely from the position of like haters and critics and that kind of stuff. But let's take a look at the opposite side. How about on the positive side, meaning you pushing towards what you want, you putting pen to paper by yourself and changing the scope of your goal or what you want to go after because of a subject like that, right? How about you create a goal list that even when you come to me, I'm like, whoa, that's a little extreme, man. Or, you know, when you take it to other people, they question it or they look at it and say, man, do you even think that's possible? Right? So even if they're not hating on you, they're still questioning it. That's what I want. That's the type of response that I want to elicit. I don't want to just post to ruffle feathers. No, but I don't want to hold back at the possibility of ruffling feathers is what I'm getting at here, right? I like the fact that I can post a video here, even on this channel or my old channel, and I get the stupid comments. Oh, looks like you're on drugs. Oh, your hair is ridiculous. Oh, your tattoos. Oh, this, that. Oh, you need to be more professional. I enjoy getting that now. Did it bother me in the beginning 10 years ago? Of course. Because I wasn't where I'm at now, mentally. But see, if you really think about it, that's the shit that feeds the algorithm. That's what keeps people interested in your content. That's what makes you memorable, right? You cannot blend in and be like everybody else and be the superstar. Remember, that standard that people hold you to, this is what you need to remember. That standard, you'll never live up to it, right? If you're clean cut and do everything by the book, you're boring, you're basic, right? If you do it like me, oh, you're too extreme. Oh, you're crazy. Oh, this, oh, that. Oh, you must be on shrooms and ayahuasca and all that other bullshit they say, right? Because apparently now if you're intelligent, you must be taking some sort of, like they say, psychedelic drug to unlock that in your mind, right? Or again, you're too basic, right? You never win trying to appease these critiques and critics, right? Now I'm saying this in the beginning because you'll notice that you change your formula and your plan of attack based on that filter of how they're gonna respond. Forget them. I know literally me existing causes critics and all that because I go so against the grain just in my everyday life. The way I do things, the way I run my businesses, the way I express myself, the way I dress. Everything about me elicits that type of response because it's so different from the norm. Now, whether positive or negative, I don't care. But I know it's gonna get a response, but all I'm doing is shining the light on my individuality and everything that I do. It's not like I come up with this plan like, okay guys, I need to get the haters to get mad at me. I don't care about that. I don't care about that. So look at what you're doing. Make sure the individuality aspect of it is coming up. Push for what you want. And if you're proclaiming your goals, you're working, and you're not ruffling feathers or eliciting that response from people, again, whether it's hate or not is irrelevant. You're not doing enough, right? So the fact that like many of you come to me, how do I get my family to support me? You know, I flip that and say, it's good that they're not supporting you. That means you're doing something in their minds that's so big and extreme, they don't think you're gonna be able to do it. So they can't support you. Good, you're on the right track. I flipped that on its head. You're on the right track. You're destined for glory if you move forward. Because when you really think about it, having support from anybody or anything or anyone outside of you is a bonus. The only person who needs to back you up and be behind you 100% and believe in you is you. It starts there. Because if that isn't set and 100%, any outside help doesn't matter. Because you don't believe in it and you don't think that you're gonna be successful. I've said that again for a decade now. No matter which way we slice this or dice it, it always comes back to that. But again, look at the title. That's what I want. If that's my focus, then I can flip this thing on its head and look at it from a fresh or different perspective. It doesn't affect me like it affects other people. I look at this as a superpower and an advantage, not a disadvantage. That's how you need to do this. When it comes to the mental aspect of this, it's key, but this is where you guys are limiting yourselves. All the stuff in writing, all the fundamentals, that's what it is. Your approach to something mentally, there is no limit, there is no box. You put that box there. You do not allow yourself to view it from my perspective. Why do you think somebody can come to me with challenges and I listen to it and then immediately I fire off the benefits of what they're talking about? Because they're not allowing themselves to see it. They haven't accessed that neural pathway yet in their mind or the ability to think outside of the box. Like right now as I'm shooting on this video, as the camera tracks my face, there's like a little box, right? It's like this big. You guys can't see it, but it's like this big. Many of you are thinking here, I'm not in this box. I open that box. I'm playing in the waters, we can say, right? And all this, because mentally it doesn't matter. Now, we can tap into particular belief systems and philosophies, of course, but you're tapping into something that's already established. That doesn't mean that there's nothing that exists outside of that. Right now, I don't want to rant too much on that, but in regards to your thought process and your approach to things, the questions that you ask, and your ability to look at things from a different perspective, that's limitless. Start playing with that. The more you begin to use that, right, the more readily accessible it becomes to you. This is one of the things that separated me among many others from the pack in regards to this online stuff in my business and my communication and my sales game and all that, was this, where people refused to think and look, I looked. Where they told me not to look, I looked. Where they told me not to think about it or stray from the status quo, I did. And this is the result. So you need to start doing the same. You need to start doing the same. And that's when the game and the fun begins. Until you do so, you're gonna be stuck like everybody else, all right? So that's it for this one, guys. Subscribe if you haven't already, leave a thumbs up. All my links are in the description, Modern Success, all the other stuff that I'm revamping and repackaging on my courses, vaults, Tier 2, all that stuff, I'm gonna put descriptions below. And later on, I'm gonna give you guys a clear description of everything just so you know and you have an update, all right? Peace out. We'll see you on the next one.